Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to put together your automata on Fusion. I've made a lot of the pieces for you. You are going to have to make your cam as well as the pieces that will go on the top. But I thought it would be fun to show you first when you put it together what we're looking for. So as you can see, the followers are actually going along the cam. I just went to, I right clicked on this and then I went to animate model. And that's how I got the whole thing to work. So as you can see, this one it's like hexagonal is bumping up and down, but then of course the pair one is, moving a little differently. So as you go into this and you think about how you want your stuff to move, it's fun to kind of play with these and see how they go. When you go to make your cams, we'll move over to that for a second. Let me load that up. You're gonna see here. Let me see. I put it rounded edges. I feel like it needed that. We are using a depth of 1/8 inch. And the reason that we're extruding it 1/8 inch is because that is the depth of the material we're going to use, because we're going to actually laser cut them. So you're going to give me a profile, and I'm going to laser cut them, and that's how thick the we call it MDF, the material you're going to be using is. So keep that in mind when you go ahead to make your things. You're also going to make sure that you have this rectangle in the center is 1/4 inch thick. And you might want to give it a little more than 1/4, like say like you could do 1/4, so you could do 1/4 plus 0.1 or something, like play with that. We'll have to play with that a little bit as we go. Because you want it to slip onto the 1/4 inch piece of that wood that we're using, those shafts. So I want to talk about the shafts for a second. I gave you this, I said too, because that's what's given in your kit. You have to go back and edit it. So let's talk about, this is your first item of business, okay? So I want you to go into File, Save As, and then I want you to do, you can get rid of the 2 and just write 8 inch. Okay, so I'm keeping in the same folder I've been using. I have it in my admin project because then it doesn't have that weird share issue. I'm hitting save. So now the other one still exists here and hasn't been touched. That's that 12-inch one that is what is given to you in your kit. But I'm going to make this one 8 inches. So I'm going to go back into my extrude, maybe. And I'm going to go down. Oh, I was messing with this. Yeah. Okay. So I subtracted 4 inches. So we're going to keep it like that. That's because of the way I had built it before I made this dimensional change. So yours will be 12 inches long. You're going to subtract, you're going to make it this 8 inches. So you could just go back into your original extrude and you could change it, or you could do what I did, which was make a new extrude and do an extrude cut and cut off those 4 inches. Either way would work. But the other thing that I want to do is I'm going to right click on it and change the appearance. Maybe I'm going to change the appearance. Why is it being weird? Interesting. Okay. I don't know. Well, let me change the appearance now. I wonder if it has something to do with one of the updates I just did on this computer. The idea is, what I was thinking was, we don't want to mix up the 8-inch one with what we're going to do next, which is 6 inches. So let's go back into our original one. So I'm going to hit save on this, right? Because now we have this nice little 8-inch guy going on. Hit save. And then we're going to go back into this one. I'm going to actually delete the, no, I can't do that to this. I'm going to go ahead and hit save as. And I'm going to save this as 6 inches. Because when I built mine, as you saw, those were pretty tall. So we're going to try 6 inches, see how that looks. I'm going to delete these because we don't need them. So this brings us back to our 12-inch one that you have. Sorry, it's being weird. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to go right into my extrude, and I'm going to change it from 12 inches to 6. And hit OK. So I'm not sure if this is the right height, but this is what we're going to be working with. Let me hit save. This is the one that will be for the up and down that'll go on the cams. We might want them a little longer than that, but for now I'm going to do that. And can I do the appearance on this one? It's so weird how it's not letting me do appearance. Is appearance in here? All right. That's neither here nor there as far as you putting this together. I just thought it would be more interesting if this were like a different color. You know what I mean? So that you don't mix these two up. All right. So we're done with that. That's been fixed. We're done with this. Hit save. I don't know what happened here. You've seen my assembly, right? So you can see how things are put together. Oh, it did say something changed. I thought I didn't change anything. Oh, well. I'm going to hit save because I want to save. I had forgotten to attach those in my last save. All right, so you see all the little components. So here we go. This is the beginning. I'm starting a new file. I'm going to save, and I'm saving it as my automata assembly. I'll say two. You're just going to say automata assembly, right? So there you go. Create, save, and now you have your new piece to pull everything into. So you'll see how I labeled the stuff. I have back. We're going to need one of those. Bring that in. Hit OK. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move it over because we're going to have a lot going on here, right? Okay. I'm going to bring in bottom. And I'm going to rotate it this way. I want to hit OK. I'm going to bring in the crank. I'm going to rotate it. And I'm always, whenever I rotate, I'm always doing 90 degrees or 180. I'm staying in the world of 90s. I'm going to bring the followers. We're going to need two of those. So we'll bring one in. Actually, I'm going to do one for now because I'm going to copy my, see, this is going to be 180. I'm going to copy that in a minute. Inserts, we're going to need three of those. And they are kind of different. So I'm thinking we're going to need to just do them the way they are. So we got 90 for this one. Hit OK. And then these are actually going to go flip them right upside down. So this one's going to go this way. 180. And then one more. Again, that 180. I guess I could have copied that one in now, but that's all right. You gotta watch me there. Almost at 190. 180. Okay, hitting OK. All right, the sides. We're gonna need two sides, so let's bring in two sides. I did already put the holes in them, so you should be good to go there. That's the bottom. I feel like I should rotate this. Let's give this a little rotate. So I'm gonna go this way. Again, if you don't do this now, you can always go back into the move, rotate function and move it around. Oof. All right. And the funny thing is when I did the colors on this, obviously I didn't do the whole material by accident. I just did like a surface. So, oh well, your beat. It's okay. You can always go back and change it. If you're going to change it in the file. Don't change it, in the assembly. All right. And finally, the top. Now, before we do the top, I'm going to hit save because I brought a lot of stuff in here. I want to look at the top for a second. I played around with these circles, and I'm pretty sure they're not the circles that you had when I gave it to you. So if I go back into here, double check. Look at this sketch here and double check and see if you have 5 inches across, is this 1.5 on both sides? I feel like you're going to have something different there. It's not going to be the same thing. So just keep that in mind that you do need to go back and double check those numbers for me. The reason is because I gave it to you, and then once I started creating that automata, I realized they were a little bit far away from each other because I just split it down the middle, and you don't want to split down the middle. So go back and do the 1.5 on that. So that's very important from the outside to the construction line, and it will move the circle and it will move the extrude because that's, I definitely did design intent on this, so you should be good there. but just double check so you have a good number there. If you do not do that, it might just be a problem when you go to build later if you're using the same dimension. So make sure that you do that. Okay, mine's good to go. I have the 1.5. Nah, I don't need to say it's the same thing. All right, so I'm going to bring this in, and this is the top. So I'm going to rotate it this way. All right. So I just did that so that I can kind of keep an eye on what I'm doing and where I'm at. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to take the bottom. I'm going to say, I want to kind of like down here because that just makes me feel better about my life now. Okay. And then we're going to go right click on bottom inside. Oh, wait, I have to. Okay. Bottom, right click on this. And then you're going to go all the way up to, see where it says edit in place and it says ground, and you're going to ground it. Revert position. Okay, so it wants it there. All right, fine. Be that way. So you'll see that little tack push pin on the symbol. That means you've done it correctly and you're good to go. I can close the waffle for now so that I have a little more room to work with, and then I can always go back to it. So remember, this one was our back. So I'm going to my move copy thing, and I'm going to click on this. And it's in components. Just check if you can't click it means that you're in the wrong, it's whatever that other thing is. And I'm moving it out of the way just so I can see what's going on. Then I'm going to go to joint. So my joint is here, but if for some reason you have something else here, you're going to see joint here. It's decided to select something already. I didn't want you to select that. What's going on here? All right, well, let's go over here and we'll kind of sort it out. The thing about this is I want to do the middle, but I want to do like the back edge of the back, if that makes sense. So I'm doing the middle back edge. The reason I'm doing this is because you'll see it does not go from edge to edge. So it is important that you get the angle correct, and the, see how this is flat or this is angled? Make sure it's the flat. Guys, this is where it gets crazy. If you don't do this stuff, now look, there's one in the middle, there's one down here. No. It's this top one, right? So think about how you're gluing. You're gluing glue to glue. Now, mine went a little kooky, but that's because my flip was on. So I'm going to turn that around, and now it's perfect. So let me go back and show you. So see how, let me hit OK on that. Well, let me make sure this is in, yep, it's in rigid. So we're good. Okay. So as you can see, don't worry about that, guys, just floating. See how there's a little bit of an edge on each side. If you were to do from left corner to left corner, you're going to mess it up. It has to be middle to middle, and it has to be middle to middle with the same facing mate. For those of you who know what that means, that's old school. All right, so same thing we're going to do on the next one. Again, this is already open for me, so that's cool. I'm going to go here. I'm looking for that flat. There we go, middle. And then over here, I'm looking for it to flatten out on me, but I want that top flat one. Come on. You can do it. It's being a jerk now. There it is. All right. Again, it loves to flip them on me. I don't know why. It's like the flip is turned on too. Sorry, they're ringing bells around here. All right. So there you go. That's got that one looks good. So now we're going to move over here and we're going to do the same thing on this side. I know it seems easy, but the problem with this is, man, if you click on the wrong thing, it is going to go crazy. Hey, it didn't flip that time. That's cool. All right. And finally, we'll do the same thing on the top. We're going to do that back edge. There it is, to this back edge. Flip. Hopefully that went right. See, I clicked on the wrong one. Actually, that's a good example of not getting them on the same face. All right, that didn't work. Let's try that again. All right, so we're going to go put a little bit so I can get here. I want that back. Am I on the back edge or is it flipping on me? I can't tell. Okay. And then here. I thought I was on the back edge, but I'm not. So sometimes you got to move your direction so you make sure. See how that's sideways? We don't want that. we want it to go the other way. So I'm bringing my mouse down a little bit. So it's like, oh yeah, it's the edge. And now it's flipping it again because it's kooky. There we go. Okay. So look at that. We already have the box. How cool is that? Okay, you know what we needed was 4 of those inserts, not 3. I was thinking I only needed one on one side, but there's one over there, isn't there? Okay, so we'll get to that in a second. But right now, let's worry about how we're going to do this. So I'm going to bring in one more insert, right? We have the tops. I could put those in right now, and then we would be good to go. So let me do that. I'm going to go right in the middle on this. And then I'm going to turn this. And I'm going to zoom in. And I want that one. See how that circle is, that inner circle is highlighted? Then I know I got the right one. Then I need to look and see what's going on. Because you know how it likes to flip it? It looks right to me. I'm going to hit OK and see what happens. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's do the same thing on this. And again, this is rigid. I had it turning at one point and messed up everything. Like it was a revolute or, rotate. So make sure that that is rigid. Otherwise, it messes up your followers later. Because they like that stuff to be straight. That's how your followers live. Okay. There we go. And again, all right, we got those in place. This guy, look, I didn't even rotate it right outside of the box. So we're going to pick this. We're going to pick this. These guys are going to be weird. I don't know. I messed up on the thing again. Okay, we're going to try it again. You got to watch it, man. It wants to pick the wrong thing all the time. Assembling is much more difficult in this program. Okay. Did the flip and it worked that time. So we're in good shape there. So I'm going to hit OK. And now we're going to go over here. And we're going to put this other one in. All right, so the box itself is 5 inches. And this is 8 inches. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm still going to use the edge. Flat edge. Try the flip and see if that did it. Yes. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it in. So I'm just going to start dragging it in because what that does is it allows me to see which offset I'm working with. It's kind of my little cheat. And we're going to bring it in 3 inches. Whoa, that is not the offset I wanted. I can just tell it's not right. Oh my God, it's a pain in the butt. All right, let's try that again. Man, guys, you should just watch this and try it on your own and just kind of keep watching me struggle. And then hopefully you'll get it and not have to struggle like I am. I'm going to try that control thing that I do. Hit flip. Okay, so that's good. But which axis isn't this one going in like this? Yeah, it was weird how it's. Oh, it's the x-axis. It's the z-axis. So we're supposed to go in 3, right? Because it's 5 plus 3 is 8. I'm gonna do 3.95, 2.95. Negative. Sorry, put a negative in front of that. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving it a. No, I'm going to do the 3. And I'll tell you why I'm going to do the 3. Because this thing has no give on this kind of stuff. So we'll just do the 3. All right. Now, for the motion for this one, I'm going to do that revolute. And then I'm going to go through, zoom in here. And whew, okay, let's get it in the position thing and move that out of the way so I can see. And again, I want that interior circle like we did earlier. Okay. And then the exterior here, right? That same circle. It's moving. Everything seems like it's going to work okay. So if I were to animate this right now, animate model. Okay, this is moving correctly. So what I ended up doing is not touching. In fact, this is not even the right place because my 3 inches was too close. Look at that, right? So let's go back. We can sort that out, but what we're going to do is not worry about meeting it specifically for this. So you know what the back panel must be 5, and they are a 1/4 inch. So it's going to be 2.5 is what I need for that. Okay, so I can stop that revolute. Stop. Okay. I'm going to go back to this one. And instead of -3, I'm going to do -2.5. Oh, too far. Sneaky little thing. Let's make it, oh, cancel. That's the wrong one. Let's make it -2.75. Nope. Dude, guys, it's really something. 2.60. Close enough for what we need here. Because now we can go ahead and rotate it, right? So I'll animate it in a minute. I just want to put this on, which is actually really easy compared to what we just did. So that was probably one of the harder things that you're going to do on this. But here we go. Okay, so for this one, we're going to go back to the rigid, and then we're going to click on that thing here. And then we're going to click. We can use any part of this square that's this one of the center points, right? But we want to be on them. And then I don't know about this flip here. What do you think's going on here? Let's see. Yeah, I think I want to flip it. Nope, I don't want to flip it. Hit OK. All right, that looks, that doesn't look good because what did I do? I should have grabbed it on this side, right? So let's go back. X out of this and rotate this. Beep, 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 to this side. Okay. Then now the flip makes sense and hit OK. All right. So look at that. We got this cool thing going on, starting to look like the box, right? Okay. So the next part can get a little crazy. I know we were just a little crazy now, but just to show you where we're at, we have a spinning piece inside. So that's cool. Okay. Okay, so the easiest part of this is the slider that's going to happen next. So let's do this and hit stop and then okay. Okay, so we're going to go to our waffle and we're going to pick the 6 inch. Now, again, this dimension, the 6 inch for me is arbitrary because I don't really know, what you're building and stuff like that. This is where it gets into what do you have now? You have two 12-inch pieces. If we cut an 8-inch one, then you only have the other one you can cut in half as 6 inches. So it is kind of based on the materials you have, probably the direction you're going to go in. But again, we do have more stuff in the shop that you can use. There's so there's always adaptation here, but for this part I think it's kind of nice to just have them ready to, what, I shouldn't have even brought that one in. That's okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do a fasten mate. I think I still have fasten, right? Rigid mate, rigid on this program. So I'm going to bring this around I'm going to try to get the inside if I can. So like the problem is there's a curve in there. So is there a way to get that inside square? No. Okay, so we're going to do the outside square, and then we're going to have to offset a little bit. And then I'm going to do the back end on this side just to make it easier on myself. Okay, and then bring it in just a little bit. Just because that's what the way it would be in your life, you know, in real life. IRL people, IRL. Let me see if I can move these guys now. These things. Man, I say that all the time. Someday I won't, maybe. Could come up with a better term. Okay. So, this is what we have. I would like to try something. Let's see if it works. If I select these and I hit Control C, can I then hit Control V over here? All right. Can I copy? Because it says move copy, right? So if I select these components, point to point, rotate, create copy. Okay. And then move that out of the way, right? Okay, so that's how you do it on Fusion. So it's a little different than Onshape. But that's what I just wanted to show you that so that you could see, like, you don't have to bring the pieces in and make them, you know, make them both work. This thing's going to be weird now, right? Because I put this in. So we have insert, insert, insert. Oh, let's go down here, right? So it's shaft, shaft. Which one's the weird shaft? This one. Okay, here it is. And for some reason I can't. Right click on it and get rid of it. God, this program, man. My Onshape people are like, I get it, man. I get it. Why is it so hard? I was just make it disappear so you can't see it. Oh, it's so wrong. Okay, here we go. We're gonna click on our mate or joint again. We need a new joint. We are going to go here and make this a slider joint, right? We're gonna pick the top of this. If we're in the right position thing. Pick the middle. I'm gonna hold that control down so I can get the middle. Makes me feel happy when I get the middle when I can. It's best practice actually, is to get the middle when you can, when that's, you know, part of your I feel like that's upside down. So I'm gonna hit flip and hit OK, and we're gonna see what just happened. Okay, so that's going in the right direction. I know it looks crazy, but it's going in the right direction. Now let's do the other one. Did the control again. Does that look right? That looks like it needs to be flipped, right? Okay. Now I'm going to go back. What happened here? Did we never attach these two guys? These two things? It may have happened. Maybe when I hit Control Z on something. So I'm going back into this one because I don't like how it's giving us this as their preview, because then how would you know how far up to go with it? All right, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go here like this. I'm going to go here like this. But I have to go back. Somehow I don't have a thing here. And I think it was, I either got sidetracked. Oh, no, you know what? We made a copy. I know what happened. There's a thing you can do when you make a copy that I didn't do. That's too bad. That would have been a cool thing to show you guys next time. Next time. What? because I made the slider. It should be stuck in place. And then it should be offset by, I think I went 10, right? Not 0.5. Okay. So let's see where we're at. Okay. So everything is here. The one thing I am going to do, because it's driving me nuts, is in the joints, I can hit this eyeball and then I don't have to look at them. So now things are in their place. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put in the 2 cams that I made so that you can see exactly where you need to go with it. And then from there, you're going to have to make your cams and deal with that. So that's like, we're getting into the advanced stuff now, guys. So I'm going to go here to cams. I'm going to bring a pair one in. Maybe. She's thinking. What happened? It's thinking. Uh-oh. Did I crash the system? Oh, Fusion. Oh, no. This is not good, guys. Oh, we're so close to the end. It's losing its mind. I didn't save this, so if it crashes, I'm going to be so upset. Oh, there it came. Okay, cool. Let me hit save. It's time to hit save. Lesson learned, right? Okay. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go to I want to make sure it is on rigid. And then I'm going to go here. Oh, no, it's not shift. It's control. Shift on Onshape and it's control on Fusion because like everything else, they can't use anything that's past practice. Okay, so here I'm going to bring this in. All right. Now, this is where it gets a little crazy. I'm going to just take this and move it here. All right. That's all I did, right? Was I matched it up at the end and then I used the arrow that benefited me and I moved it to the middle of where the follower is going to be. This is important because when we go to put the constraint on this, if you don't have that in the middle, it could get kind of weird. All right, I'm going to bring in my other shape, right? Because I had that other shape and it was just kind of cool to see 2 different shapes. So here's my next one. And cool. I can put you here. Whatever. Good with whatever you need. This is being weird. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring this in here. I'm going to get to this like piece that I like, that top weird piece. And then I'm going to go over here and do the top weird piece again. I guess really I could do the center on this. Let's do the center for fun. Did it let me do the center? Yeah, if you hit control, you can get the center. All right, so it's in. Again, I'm going to go to the right view so I can see what's going on. First, I'm going to hit this. Then I'm going to go to the right view so I can see what's going on. And again, I'm trying to get in the middle. So look, 4 inches, 350, 4 inches, 350. So I'm going to have to type in 355, right? Being weird. It does that. I can't even begin to explain. Nope, 355 looks terrible. Okay, so let's go back. It's not 355. It's 360. No, 375. Yeah, 375, right? Because it was 4 inches and 350. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, guys. So we have this stuff spinning. Now watch. I'm going to hit animate just to keep you in your, so you can see what's going on. Oh, no. This one here, animate model. And we got crazy going on, right? It is not doing what we need it to do. Let me hit stop. Okay. So what I need you to do is go up into assembly and you're going to go to tangent relationship. So that means you're going to take something that's round that will go up against something else that's curved. So as you can see here, this is a perfect example, right? Or these two. This is what we want, the tangent relationship. So the first component that we're picking is the edge of the follower. And the second component is an edge of the cam. Then hit OK. Now we're going to do that again. We're going to do a tangent relationship. We're going to do the follower and cam. Hit OK. All right, so now, hopefully, I'm going to go to animate model. It's being weird. That is my processor and has nothing to do with what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that. It should just animate. Crazy thing. Okay, let me hit stop. See if I do it. If I do it in a different spot, if maybe that'll make it happier. Let me go here to this Revolute, right? Animate model. There we go. It likes that one better. So when you saw the first demo I did, you saw that I did that E and the C, so you could kind of watch it a little better and see what's going on. It is a good idea to maybe put something flat there so that you can then go and follow it through. All right, so I'm sorry for that part in the middle with the shaft where I had to redo it, but in the end, I guess you learned that lesson. And good luck with this, guys, because it's all about finding those sections where they're going to join together that match. So think about it. You're gluing these two pieces together. Make sure that you're using the same face, the same profile, the same, all that stuff is the same, and that you're not going like perpendicular or something, because you saw a couple times that I clicked it and I know what I'm doing. So just be careful with it, and have fun, and that will be your box assembly. Good luck, guys.